One Piece. Episode
11:29.
11:30.
Oh shit. Yeah,
Yes.
last week 11:29. Man.
This episode is like,
I have trauma.
well, that's not what I was gonna say, but
I'm traumatized.
I will be traumatized because this episode was actually positive at first.
It was.
That's actually a very
It
positive.
was the
episode.
crying at the end that got me. I was like,
It was the crying at
that's
the
all
end.
the slate. I felt that in the manga, but I felt it more on TV. Right?
Yes, it's when you've read it, it's to know what's to come. But however, this episode was like, it was just like fanboying because like when like the Rocks pirates all showed up, I had to pause it. I had to be like,
We gotta see everybody.
I gotta make sure. I was like, who are these people again? And I'm like, I don't remember the guy from Wano or the guy drinking. I don't remember those guys.
I don't know either.
Yeah, they must be important somehow. They probably don't have their names yet.
Yeah, they will be important somehow. It was one of those episodes. It's like, One Piece is the king of wasting screen time a little bit there. But I loved when they panned through all of them and then did it again, and it's like we're still framed them on the screen. I was like,
loved
this
it.
is fantastic.
Also, did we get? I think we got Rock's voice
Did we get Rock's voice?
because when he said, "Hey, follow me," and then Whitebeard responds with, "He's like,
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
have to."
maybe we did. Oh,
He's like,
yeah,
"I don't
yeah.
have to follow." He's like, "Don't." He's like, "You don't tell me to follow you" or something like that.
Yeah, maybe we did.
And I was like, was that Rock's voice?
ooh la la.
Yeah, so I think it was.
Fantastic.
First of all, Rock's ship is pretty cool.
It is pretty cool, right?
His logo is really cool.
The
too.
Rocks pirates are pretty good.
Yeah,
right?
they're pretty good. They're evil and awful.
Oh yeah, they are.
But,
But
like,
they're dope as all
they're
get out.
really-
Yeah, they're
really
really dope.
cool.
That was a power. I really don't know how that group lost.
I mean, against Garp and Rogers, that makes sense.
I know, but it's Whitebeard who was considered the strongest man in the world. Yeah, I think at that time, Rocks.
Not
who-
stronger than Roger.
I think he was considered the strongest man in the world.
He's not stronger
Roger
than
was
Roger.
the pirate king.
I don't think he was
I
stronger
had to go
than
back and look
Roger.
that up. I had that was his title.
Didn't they literally
So-
fight?
Yeah, it was like a stalemate.
It was a stalemate. So they're equally strong, I guess.
Yeah, I think they called him the strongest man in the world. I don't know. I have to go
That
back and
means
look at One
nothing.
Piece. It's been fucking 13 years since I really looked at
Mm-hmm.
Whitebeard stuff. But anyways, you got Whitebeard, you got Glorioso, who probably actually did something because she was.
She has Boa's ability.
Does she have Boa's ability? Is
Yeah,
that what it is?
I'm assuming she had a snake.
What
and
is
she
Bo-
was
what is-
hot.
what is Boa's ability to you then?
Boa Hancock's?
Yeah,
To like turn people into stone? I don't know. What was her ability?
that she'd have to die in order for Boa to have that ability. Though.
Is she still alive?
Yeah, she's a short old lady.
You're talking about Stussy.
No, I'm talking about Gloriosa, the old lady on Boa's Island, who was the former princess.
Oh, yeah.
That's her.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh, that's why she has a snake.
Yeah.
What was her ability?
I don't know. I don't think we know.
Could be nothing. Could be just be.
Could just be kicking. Could just be
strong.
kicking like Boa does.
Oh, that could be like
Yeah.
hockey strong. I
Yeah,
forgot.
yeah.
I forgot. I always forget that One Piece glows down women so hard.
Yeah, just a bit. Yeah.
I always forget because like you got to think about 3 women right there that were absolute smoke shows. Stussy, Glorioso,
Yep.
and Big Mom. All smoke shows there. In the future, not.
Not
Big
at
Mom is
all.
fat and awful.
Yeah.
And the other 2 are short, shriveled up old ladies.
Wasn't that like I thought someone commented on one of our videos that was supposed to be like symbolically like they gave up on their dreams or some shit like
Yeah,
that, of,
but-
like, becoming the king or
Yeah,
crap.
but like
So
Kaido, I don't know what Kaido's dream was, but he looks
they-
pretty
to
cool.
stay ripped apparently.
Yeah, I mean, all the old men look cool. Always.
Yeah, that's I did. Yeah, that is true. And Whitebeard looked fucking sick, anyways. All
Yeah,
at the end
but
there.
young Roger and young Garp. First of all, Garp living the best life. He's at like a pool with a bunch of hotties.
I like too how he was like how at first he's like, oh yeah, don't go interfering with the Celestial Dragon's thing, and then Kong there was like, yeah, but the information got leaked somehow. And Roger's like, oh, how could that? Not Roger. Garp was like, oh, how could that have happened? Ha 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 ha. So I enjoyed that. Garp still being like a hero. Like,
Yeah.
Knowing what Celestial Dragons are doing their thing, but
Yeah.
it's like, don't worry, the pirates are on their way to fuck it all up.
Yeah.
then
And then
Roger's
he's like, and Roger's like, you shut off about that.
You know, that was good.
Yeah, watching Roger jump off with Scopper.
Pre-mustache Roger. Too.
Yeah, I know.
That
He
was
looked
fun.
awesome.
Sick.
Jumping over with Scopper and
Rayleigh.
Rayleigh, and then Garp with a bunch of people that I don't know because they're probably not that important.
Yeah, no,
But I was like, it was like watching like you're like an all-star video. You're just like,
so cool.
especially because of the way it started with like Celestial Dragons just being the worst of the worst as per usual. The one that just takes a
Crossbow.
crossbow to that poor girl who's running next to Kuma.
I hated that. Friggin' Fingerling Garland. I said this out loud. It's like, oh, he has 100,000 points. Like, I hate you. I hate you so
Yeah, I know.
much.
And then
You're
of
a
course,
piece of shit.
and every time they show him and they like 100,000 points, there's always girls cheering. And it's like, also, I don't know if you saw this. We're not going to spoil anything here.
Okay.
Not spoiling anything. But like, everyone was upset that his hair was blonde.
Yes.
Why? I know what they want it to be.
Yes.
But like,
I don't know. I think they glowed him down a bit in the show compared to what the
color was his hair supposed to be? I know what you're thinking.
The color was supposed to be.
Why is it supposed to be that? It doesn't have to be that. Maybe that's his wife's hair's color.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah, or
People thought, and
I don't know if wife.
I think he would. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. I personally think that based on what I've seen, the drawing in and the way that he's designed in the manga, I think he looked cooler with that color. That's my personal preference. It doesn't. I understand people are freaking out and they shouldn't be doing that.
The only thing is, like, someone did point out, is like, if you look when he draws the other color, it is very different. He draws it more like shaded in, compared to when he draws blonde. He draws like less shading, so that makes like more sense. That like, yeah.
I think it looks cooler the other. Okay, sorry. I agree. People are freaking out and they shouldn't be doing that. I do think it looks cooler with the other color.
I haven't seen it with the other color.
I think it looks cooler.
When his hair turns white, that's the coolest.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's old man. Sure.
Yeah. Even though his hair's so stupid.
His hair is dumb as fuck. It's so dumb. I know the symbolism in there and all that stuff for later. I'll tell you in the manga recap.
There's symbolism behind his hair?
Yeah.
Oda, you genius. Yeah. But yeah, he sucks. All the Celestial Dragons suck. And on this episode, first of all, when Big Mom comes in and Ivanka almost gets I'm glad Ivanka didn't get the mythical Zoan fruit.
Yeah.
That would have been terrible.
The dragon.
Yeah.
I love that people when the manga came out about that, they like fan arted what Ivanka would look like, and it's just Kaido's dragon body with his head on it, and it's like
terrible.
That'd been hilarious.
It would have been positive for the world.
Yes.
Because
true, yeah.
Kaido wouldn't have got it.
Yeah, true.